Hello, Scrappy Peeps. Suzanna here today for Bella Blvd to share with you this multi-photo layout. Well, yeah, two photos. Couple photo layout created with the Just Because collection. So I have worked with this collection and I have some scraps, as you can see. And while I have plenty of it and could cut into new paper, I really hate cutting into it if I've already got other bits of pieces to use. So I am going to use the B-sides, so the tone-on-tone patterns, to create a striped background. And I'm not going to worry about cutting them all exactly 2.5 or 2 3/4. I do cut 2 of the strips 2.5 wide, 1 of the strips 2 wide, and then that orange I'm just going to leave as it is, and then the yellow I'm just going to trim so that it fits onto the page and I don't actually have to do any math. I want them to all be the same height, so I'm just going to literally put them all together, but they keep sliding, so I'm going to get a clip to help hold them together and then just trim them the same height as the orange, which I honestly have no idea what that is. Maybe 7 inches looks about right, because I'm literally just cutting it the same height as that orange strip that I already had left in my stash. So I'm going to literally just put them going all the way across with probably 1/8 of an inch in between each strip, so that you have that little white space in there that just makes it look like panels more than just this solid border that moves all the way across. And I like the way that that white space kind of just provides some break between the colors there. So that is going to be my background. And so you can see that little bit of overlap there. Saved me from doing the math. You just run your edge of your scissors, you butt them straight up to the edge of the paper and cut, and it's easy. An easy way to get a nice clean line. So I have 2 photos here. One is of my daughter in the arch of the banana tree, and then the other is of my husband and my daughter when we are at our botanical gardens on the 4th of July. And so I want to matte these. I'm matting them with sort of that peachy color, which is the same color as the brick that you can see in the background of the photo there. It just gives another layer to make the photo stand out against all of that color there. And I don't normally matte my photos, but I really liked it to pull in the color from the brick as I had that as an option. So then I'm going to use this striped piece of pattern paper. Again, it's some leftover from my stash, and I'm going to put that down the bottom. I just like the way that the smaller stripes pull in the bigger stripes and tie that together. It is also a piece that is multicolor that also is sort of that wrap it up thing. So then I'm using one of the doohickey stickers, the border stickers underneath. I just like the flowers and how the flowers tie in together, the flowers that I will put sprinkled throughout the layout. Just to soften all of the hard edges, I'm going to put these photos at slight angles. I could have put them straight upright and overlapping, but I liked them softening by putting them at the different angles. I always like to use these photo corners when I can. I also like to pop them because I like the shadow and the dimension that provides. So I'm going to use this pink one in the top right. My initial thought was that I was going to use it at the bottom right photo, but then that was going to ruin the cluster. And so if I put it in this spot right there where I just stuck it, I could have a floral cluster there. So I'm going to have 3 clusters. That is the visual triangle that will guide your eye through and around the page there. But first I'm going to put the title, which is going to be built into one of the clusters. I'm using the Chow Chips, and the word that I'm going to use here says lovely. And then off camera, actually, I'm going to take one of the phrases, memories from the doohickey stickers, and so the title of the page will be lovely memories. And that becomes the title. So that memories that comes from the doohickey stickers, I am going to do off camera. You will find often, if you follow my videos, that there are things that I end up doing off camera. It's hard to fully create for me on camera because I'm kind of trying to look up at the video as it's recording to make sure that it's still recording, because I can't tell you how many times it's cut off on me. And there's just some detail that you see not looking at it, standing right over it. You have to kind of stand away from it. So the other thing I am going to do off camera in that left cluster up there, you'll see me continue to add things, but I will actually add a cloud die cut, and I will take my stickles and just trace the outline between the dark and the light in that cloud there, just for a little added visual interest to the page there. So I have the ephemera pack, and these are the die cut pieces. The shapes, I don't put any of the phrases on, but there are phrases that are available, as there are in all Bella Blvd collections. I really like that multicolor banner there, and how that also provides a slightly different angle. So it is also going to be askew, and so it ties together the balance between the multicolored element at the top as well as the multicolored element at the bottom. And then again, because it's at an angle, softens the hard straight lines that the verticals are creating. So you will notice that I used liquid adhesive on all the chipboard pieces. While they are stickers, I find that when I put them into my albums in vertically stored pages, a lot of things tend to fall downhill, so I want to make sure that they are well adhered. I did the same with that doohickey birdhouse in the top left. I also put liquid adhesive as well. Again, just the weight of those things sometimes tend to pull everything off the page, and so I'm tired of finding things floating at the bottom of my page protectors, and so just I'm going to make sure that that doesn't happen in the future. So that B, I am going to move up to the top right cluster just for some symmetry in the Bella Pops. So then I have 3 Bella Pops, 1 in each cluster, and gives a different dimension throughout the page there. You can see I used one of the puffy stickers over the puffy sticker over the bow. And that is going to wrap it up, my friends. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them in the comments down below. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.